you're in between my thighs. You know your feet is a keeper. You know you fit just right. Don't wanna keep it a secret.
Welcome to Hot with a double T 415 BayMrs. Radio. I'm your girl, Yada Da Queen.
And I'm Dr. Karma. We the BayMrs,
Hey.
y'all know. Mm-hmm.
And I'm that
And
other
this is our
side
brother.
dude.
That's our brother
Side
It's
dude,
RamRock.
Ramrock. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. And that's Mike Lowry.
And
This your boy. I had
welcome
to come
our
through,
special guest.
holler at my
Yes.
fam. Y'all know what it is. I'm rolling up,
Yeah, we
so if
got
I
Yes,
the
sound like,
yes.
all right, y'all know what
what
time
you
it is.
rolling
Y'all know
up,
what it is.
man? Some seasoning, of course. You're
I didn't roll
Lowry.
up you want to know something? I actually rolled up some medellin, and then I put a little bit of titty sprinkles like across the top of
What the world is titty sprinkles?
Oh, I want
I
some of
learned
that.
We
something
talked about
new.
this
I
last
want to
I'm
night.
learning
try
something
that.
new
Is
every
that a
week.
shatter?
We talked
Sis
about
wasn't
this
there
last
last
night. It
night.
is an actual strand. It's called titty sprinkles. Like, yeah, I was telling them about it last night. It's one of those. I think that especially with it, we just passed with breast cancer awareness month.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they had like all kind of like little bundles and shit. You know what I'm saying for the
Okay.
kind of for the month. And that was one of
Mm-hmm.
the strands they had on deck called
Titty
titty sprinkles.
sprinkles.
I don't know if somebody actually purposely made it for that, but it was made. It was most definitely made. Yeah,
I heard
publicist, she was looking
that.
it up last night because she's like, hold up, let me. I can tell she was taking out her phone. She's like, yeah, he's telling the truth. He's smoking titty sprinkles.
Right. I love it.
But was it
Wow, that's
good?
something.
Titty
Yeah,
sprinkles.
this shit is decent. It's decent. It's a indica dominated hybrid, so it's one of those that it's gonna more mellow you than and
Yeah.
have you up. So yeah, we're gonna mellow out just a
Okay.
little bit. But
I
I
like.
mixed it with
I
something else,
love
so we
indica.
chilling.
I'm an indica girl or a hybrid, but I like indica and infused everything. I like it all. I like
I think a lot of
cherry,
women
black,
like indicas because of sativa. I
all of
think it
it.
makes y'all tweak out, like y'all get jittery, and then y'all start like feeling like y'all gonna like
Yeah,
get too
sativa
high.
make
Go
me
off.
anxious.
Go off on
Right?
us.
You get anxious,
Make me
right?
anxious.
Right.
What's
Get
going on?
anxious
What's
and
that?
shit.
Hey,
You
I saw
better
so
give
many
me
women that
some
say that about
indica.
sativas.
what's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sativa makes me real
Hmm.
anxious, so I like the indica. It calms me out. And
I
Yeah.
infused,
feel you.
anything infused.
Sativa play mind games.
Yeah, y'all be
Yeah.
ready to crash. Like, oh, what's
Sativa
going
had me
on? Me? What
running
am I
upstairs in
feeling?
her room. Sister, I can't breathe. Help me.
What am I
Oh,
feeling?
Oh no.
yeah. No, that was
I
an
had
Can't
some
get that.
infused.
sativa
That was an
gummies once,
infused
and
joint. Yeah.
right.
Oh,
See,
well,
I had
no
some
That
sativa
was
infused
gummies
stuff
infused.
for
once,
me.
Yeah.
and I gave it to somebody. Well, it wasn't even a whole gummy. It was like probably like it wasn't even a half, maybe like a
Mm-mm.
fourth of a gummy.
I'm
But
scared of those.
she wasn't aware of like again, like I guess how strong it was. And we were in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled up at Bubblegum Shrimp, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
looking on my phone, ready to get out the car. And when I got out the car, I looked. She was like sitting in the car, like just looking up at me, like, uh-uh. She's like, "What did you do to me?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?
I ain't do
I
nothing.
can't get out the car."
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. See,
Yeah, I had to order.
I'm a
I had to
lightweight.
like get some to go shit, and we had to go back to the spot. Like we couldn't eat out that night. I was like,
Heard
don't
that.
ever give me no shit like that again, and think we finna go and sit in front of some people.
Yeah, I don't play with gummies. I ain't doing it. No candy, no kind of edibles. That head high is different. Mm-mm.
It's a different one. So it's a different feel.
Right here, right
It is
Oh
a
here.
yeah.
different feel for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Got to be at
So
home.
tell us, Mike, we gonna
Mm,
jump right on in it.
you already
What you
know,
got
man.
going on? You said you was gonna come talk to us. I'm ready. I love
Yeah,
when we
same
can
old
have this
same,
talk.
man. Of
It's
course, y'all
it just
know,
feel
like y'all
good.
know what we do, so like y'all know
Yes.
that part. Like we gonna always be bouncing
Mm-hmm.
around doing our music thing. I'm still cooking up some new music. Me and Ram, and of course, I think y'all know like a little bit of details on some stuff that we trying to cook up for the metaverse. That's gonna be kind of
Yes.
different.
We
I
waiting on that
just
R&B
right,
tour.
right, right.
I'm
That
still waiting on them
a
dates.
whole
I'm
R&B tour.
waiting.
Mm-hmm.
We about to line up because we locked in on all the locations
I
Yes.
and
already
like
got the
all the
date.
people. So now we can just kind of right get our dates, and I would like to have a
Mm-hmm.
few features, nice features that some people would like to see. Some people that can come in and like kind of fill in and
Accent.
stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Like had to
Mhm.
keep the vibe, keep the vibe, keep the vibe.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. And like it's a lot going on. So like we try not to step on each other's toes. I don't know how y'all be doing y'all shit, but we kind of try to because we want to support each other and you know what I'm saying.
And
But
we
we
gonna
gonna we
do
gonna plan
that.
this shit out.
Absolutely.
We gonna plan that shit out.
Absolutely.
I actually got some other shit too. I did the art of hip hop. That was like one of my first events at Pier 11.
Right.
So
Mhm.
now I'm talking me, Jen Smash. Man, I love Jen.
Mhm.
Me,
Oh
Jen,
yeah. Shout out Jen Smash.
DJ Marcus. Shout out DJ Marcus. And of course,
Yes,
y'all know
yes.
I dealt my builder Dunder Bills. He actually did a dope. Uh, he has a dope hip hop museum that had a replica of Biggie. And y'all know I be doing my
Nice.
things with the clothes, like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
prompts. So
Mhm.
when I
Yes,
when
you
I
do.
created that,
Absolutely.
Ah, Horizon
when I created the
fashion
koozie, right? Like
stylist.
it was like, look, bro, like I gotta do like the art of hip hop again. I purposely did the art of hip hop part one. Meaning if it's part one, then
Mhm.
it's gonna be another part because I knew I
Gonna be
couldn't get
another
everybody
one.
I want right. And I thought that fit perfectly. And my connection with Dunder, my
Mhm.
relationship with Jen, DJ Marcus, he does a lot of great things up in here, and
Yes.
the
Absolutely.
stuff we done with him already, and
Yeah.
uh, just getting a group of people who all kind of got the same purpose, celebrating hip hop, honoring Biggie.
Mhm.
We got a wonderful connection with this legend, this icon, somebody who, man, Jen told us like all kind of like just little crazy stories, man. I'm gonna let her have to tell y'all like some of these, man.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, we gotta bring her
just
here.
like having her
Mhm.
around, man, and she can tell you these things, and just knowing like she was right there, man. Like that's something
Yes.
in a whole
Dope.
nother ball game itself.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you gotta appreciate that. And I told her like, how the hell would I do a Biggie event and not holler at you? You know what I'm saying? Like that don't even sound right.
Absolutely.
Like
It
Right.
don't.
Right.
so that automatically, right, that connection automatically.
Mhm.
And then like me
Mhm.
lining up the artists, I got a few locked in already. Cosmic Kai, he was most definitely somebody I wanted to lock in.
Yeah.
My homie Fiji, I wanted to lock in with Fiji. Kawan for sure. I gotta have the man, the top dog. I
Yes.
gotta
Right.
have
Right. Right.
Kawan.
The
Definitely that.
maniac. Huh.
I got a
Mhm.
few other people in mind. I'm trying to like lock in with Angel. I didn't get her on the first show. So like just kind of
Mhm.
Yeah.
lock. I got a couple other people in my Chevy Crocker. Chevy Crocker, that's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
I got somebody else in mind because I like
Bitters.
a couple other people in mind because I like when you celebrating. I think hip hop, you can bring it from so many different, especially here, from so many different regions, so
Mhm.
many different styles and
Yeah.
flavors, and to be able to take advantage of that and mix that up, I think that's a plus too. And yeah, I think I know a lot of dope artists up in
Yes,
here.
that's
You
gonna be
Right.
do.
lit.
Absolutely.
I
It's
think I know a
a
lot of dope
great
Yes.
artists up in
lineup.
here.
That's
Yeah,
That
so
gonna
that's
lineup
be
is
nice.
fire.
yeah, so that's something we cooking
Real
up, man.
nice.
Like I
Yes.
try to be a little patient with everything, and like I say, like more of a like I locked in on those Mondays and we keeping that going consistent with the open mic with the support of my
Mm-hmm.
fam.
Mhm.
Y'all come through and
Absolutely.
bless the
Right.
stage and do y'all thing. Everybody, it's like our uh a team effort, I think.
Yeah.
And
That's
Mhm.
Yeah, I
important.
love our team.
right,
I love
right,
our
right.
team.
And thanks
For
to
sure.
everybody coming out
How you
supporting
doing,
Yeah.
that
Don?
too.
Yeah,
Pretty
thank
We
you.
doing
man, that part,
what's going on? We
that
doing
part.
It
Thank
goes
y'all
from
for
one
coming
hour
out.
until
BayMrs is
it,
doing
it
Mike
goes from like
Lowry's
1 hour to like
immersive
3 hours
radio.
sometimes.
You
Yeah,
know,
Mhm.
right?
And thanks
definitely.
thanks to that, your spot, you go look at that white menu, brother. That whiteboard
Oh
is
shit, what's up, Marcus?
flooded with Pier
Mhm.
11 or Mike's Boathouse.
Shout
You
Talk
out to
about
always on
sis
that.
there
over here on
trending.
the bill. I had to come
Talk
through and do a
about
little
Mhm.
that.
remix work, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
It look
shout out to sis on the
nice. I love
bill.
it.
I try to
I
make sure.
love
I
it.
told
Listen,
her the other day. I had to make sure I compliment what she already did. I want to, I want the shit to still have that same vibe, right?
it
I love it.
I
I
flows.
love
like
If
that
you
up
haven't
it.
been
top
there,
though. That top floor.
Yeah.
Let's
listen.
go.
I
I
need
already
to go
know
to
what's about
Mike's
to happen.
Boathouse.
I already know what's about to
Man.
happen
Just
with
waiting
with
to
with that.
to use some of these other things,
Wait
man,
on it.
and you're gonna do some other
Yeah.
stuff, man. I swear to God, like, 'cause that
Oh
that
yeah.
vibe, I showed Ram something, with some of that stuff you sent me. We ain't gonna talk about exactly what you
Okay,
sent.
okay.
That shit look real good. It look real good. I'm talking about
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
When I
good.
look at that though, and
Oh
Rams, you
yeah.
saw the video, like you kind of think to yourself, like,
Oh
damn,
yeah.
that's what the
It's
other people been getting over it with some of these bills, like, 'cause they're able to do some
Yeah.
stuff that, you know what I'm saying, we can't
yeah,
do it,
Yeah.
buddy.
and it look a certain way, and that just kind of took that over the top, like it really took it over
Sure.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these
I
builds
know.
just make you feel some kind of way. You know what I mean?
Right,
You
and
walk
Mhm.
that's the
in,
purpose,
you might want to
right?
change your avatar's clothing just because of, oh, I
I
walked into
swear to
this world. Oh,
God,
let me go ahead and let me
Mhm.
go ahead
you
and
can put some
call
shorts
up Mike
on,
so I can go ahead and get me the code to one of these T-shirts or these good
right,
shirts
right.
Period.
or something.
Let me
Mhm.
throw that silk
You
on.
know, throw that silk shirt on, right?
That's what I try to make
Uh,
it realistic so you can feel comfortable, like you really like
hmm
Yeah, I like that. I like
like
that.
at
It's
home.
clean. It's clean and
I,
functional too.
Mhm.
when I was
Super.
just
Mhm.
doing little details and little stuff, one of the tips that I got was like, like you don't have to do a whole lot. It's mostly just making sure everything is like pretty much life size. Like so when you're looking at something, it
Hmm.
really looks like, like the
Mhm.
ratio to
Hmm.
your body and things like that.
Hmm.
And when you start really doing those little fine details, then you start realizing like, damn, like I feel like I'm like in a room or I feel like I'm, actually, immersed like, in a real space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that's right.
Actually,
That's
are.
right.
Yep, yep.
That's right.
Man.
But
Kind of
yeah, man,
cool.
shout
So what
out to
else
the
we
people
got?
that's coming through, man, for real. Like, 'cause we've been kicking it up in there and along with those kids, oh my goodness. It's just
Them
it
kids
comes with
been
the
coming in
territory though.
there.
Hey,
Once you get
it's
trending,
it's
like, and they see it up
Mike's
there, they coming.
Playhouse.
They coming. All right, they
We
coming.
coming up
Mhm.
next. We'll have
Gonna
Mike's
have
They
to
gonna
Playhouse.
they gonna be 18
send them
plus
to make another
area.
instant and
Right,
send
make
them
another
there.
instance, right.
Yeah, go
I need to put another
Okay.
instance
inside.
like with a swing back there,
Mhm.
like another hot tub and some
Right.
bubble
Right.
gum, not cigars. They'll be
Okay.
like, nah,
Right.
we want the cigars.
Some cheeses.
I kid you not. Every
Mhm.
time you go into your world, it's like stuff all over the place,
You
stuck
can
in the
always
air, huh?
tell, huh? You can always
That's
tell.
crazy.
We
Suspended
come through clean it up. You
pillows
had to
and
clean it up so
bottle.
like it don't feel so like you want that calm feeling when you come in. So you don't want shit like all in the air and shit and going crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
trying to vibe.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Where do I
Oh
find your
yeah.
music at on YouTube?
You can find my music on YouTube. If you actually search my name, Chris Bell, that's my
That's
actual government
C.
name that
Okay.
I like to use. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when people not like, don't get
Mhm.
it twisted. People actually call me Mike Lowry like outside of like Meta. It's like so funny. I was at a store getting food not too long ago, and the lady's like, Boy, I almost called your ass Mike," and I was like, People do it all the time." Like she's like, "It's just so," and she just gave me my food, right? So right, I actually did that for a reason because a lot of people I did the whole like using like alias and different things like as an artist, but then I got to a
Uh-huh.
point to
Mhm.
where I said to myself like, no, I want people to know from my beats to the music to the writing to everything, my government, the real person who make this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And so I began to do that, like rapping, anything. I just chose Chris Bell, and yeah, like that's a little thing, a little keynote. But yeah, you can most definitely find my music on all platforms, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify. I think I have some stuff on what's Jay-Z
And that's
shit, Title, all that
CHRIS
shit.
Bill.
Yeah, that's CHRISBELL. That's correct.
214.
And of
Mhm.
course, if you can link to any of my social medias on Instagram or Facebook. Of course, a lot of that you might look for Mike Lowry 214 and boom, there I go, I pop up. And of course, the Pure 11 Gallery and Lounge Instagram, that kind of links everything. Like you find one, you find them all pretty much. It's kind of like that, I
Right.
guess.
Mhm.
One and the
Mhm.
same.
Yeah, yeah, you can find a lot of
Hmm.
information about, I guess, anything uh, from here to reality that might be going on, and kind of like some people do that go down the rabbit hole, get to looking at shit from like 8 years ago. So you know how people do
That's
when
what
they get on
happens.
your shit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
get to seeing like what you
Mhm.
really been doing.
They get to
I haven't.
pull up the they get
Yeah,
to pull up the
I
history.
posted some of them. I post a lot. I think I posted more of studio stuff. I post a few pictures, maybe of live things here and there, but
Hmm.
I think I posted more studio stuff throughout the years. I kind of got in that mode for a long time where it was production, 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 production. Then I take a break and go into recording. You know,
Mhm.
Hmm.
So you handle all of that. So what you talking about production, man? How are you with your production right now, man? How you feeling with that?
you
You
want to know
got about
something? You
to
know, I just bought a new
dip your hand
guitar.
back in a sampler or something? What you gonna do, man?
Nah,
You
just
know,
I gotta get.
you just trying
I'm
to.
in. Y'all done got me in the mood of making music. So like now I gotta get
Hmm.
new. I'm hearing new
That's
songs in my
good.
mind and in my head. Like,
Yeah,
and I got so much already like compiled. Like I say, buying a new guitar. Like I can like easily just go to the MPC and play something, and I might hear like
hmm,
a little riff or something I might want to play behind it. So I got that there now. Uh,
getting them flowing.
it's accessible, right? And
Mhm.
Yeah,
then of course you know I got my Pro Tools. Anything that I need on that motherfucker is there. So I went ahead and paid for that dumb shit. But anyway, instead of I didn't want to do it the nigga rig way. I didn't want to go doing the cracks and stuff. So I went ahead and I
right.
felt like actually there's some benefits to having that subscription and stuff too, because you can link with some people to help you,
It's
with
the network.
things that
Yeah, you
right.
get
I
troubleshooting and
can send
stuff.
a whole project to a person to have them master it. You know what I'm saying? Right from the app.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, that's
So
dope. That's dope.
yeah, getting
Oh
back in
yeah.
that mode, man. Yeah, getting back in that
Okay.
mode. Y'all done got
Okay.
me locked in. So it's that time.
Oh
So
shoot,
we
y'all
want to
done
hear
got me
some
locked
It is
in.
that
What
music.
you
time
mean?
for
Yeah, it's
sure.
that
We
time.
locked in. Shoot.
I mean,
It's
but it
that
doesn't
time.
stop at just the music. You're an artist as well.
Yeah,
You
like
draw.
it's all like
Yeah.
everything, man. Like with the
Yeah.
drawing, I've invested in, of course,
Creating.
about to start doing probably some RL art eventually and placing it in my gallery as well as me and Donna we
I
talked
love
about
it.
doing some stuff with RL art and yeah, so getting into stuff like that as well.
Hmm.
You
Mhm.
ever thought about
And
doing like graphics and designing like that? And
well,
outside business
now that
wise?
we right now, I do a lot of my covers. I've done covers for a few of my artists that I work with.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've always done like if you look at my IG, it's a lot of graphic pictures on there. Uh,
Mm.
Actually, I think one particular, I think that one I always talk about with when I think you see like I'm have a jacket on, I got like a shirt that says nah across there. It's like a lot of graphic things going on with that. So I've always been into that. Like little graphic design. Actually, I went to school for graphic design. That's another
Mhm.
thing. That's a whole another conversation.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Uh,
That's good to
but with
know,
me,
man.
it's like it's doing so much. I gotta balance all that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About this, yeah,
Yeah.
like right now tapping into this building stuff a little bit more, and so it's like
Mm.
I try to find a balance for it all, and that's the biggest
Ram
thing.
Ramrock, can you find the
Overall
song?
creator.
Or sister, can you find
Okay.
it?
Lose it.
Oh, we
I'm
doing
trying to
lose it.
find one. Give me a name. Oh, it's called
Or
Lose It.
We
that's
doing
Lose
one.
lose
it.
it.
Lose
Or
it.
We doing lose it.
You
or
found
I
it?
love lose it. Okay.
I'd say
Okay,
I
play
do
Lose
too.
It.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's like the one of the ones. You know.
Lose it
Well,
is
no.
lose
You
it.
know what? The one I like was it like I
I like you.
Like
Like
you,
you
like
too.
you is a
like you.
cool
Is
one
that
Yeah,
too.
like
on?
you.
Is it on
Like
That's
YouTube?
a
you.
cool.
Yeah, I
I
No,
got
like
it.
that one
that
I
one.
isn't.
got
That
it.
one
I
isn't. That
got
one
it.
isn't. That she
Okay,
Ah,
got it
sister got
though. Yeah,
sister
she
got
got it.
one.
ah,
Hold that thought. No,
Yeah, she got
we
it though.
we're quick
Well,
round her.
Hey,
see, you don't know
hey,
where
Lady
Mike's.
Lefty. Hey, DJ
You,
Marcus.
hey.
Hey.
You
Hey,
never
hey, what's
know
up, everybody?
where
I'm
he's gonna
sorry.
come from though,
Hey,
because he'll
Kay.
come
Kay, you
with
back
some
Hey,
again?
grown.
shout out my people.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
He'll come with some grown man, and wop, and start rapping on you and hitting you upside your head with his raps too. So you never know which way he's gonna come from. Talking about Mike. He'll
Yeah,
go
man,
hit you with
that's
them lyrics.
that's kind of one of those things. I think we kind of come up in the hip hop generation. So like you think
Yeah.
about being born in the '80s and just the evolution of hip hop. Even if you, dang, you not telling me you want to rap and do on like a
little something too.
You was in music. You couldn't help it. You know what I'm saying? You rapping. You did a few bars here, you know. And some people were good, some people weren't. Me being a writer, that's what it is. Like, rapping is easy. Being a writer.
Yeah.
Being a writer, being able to understand arrangements, being understand like rhythm patterns, and all those little things like that. Rapping, being able to understand measurements, like how many things I can get right here within like this space, within
Right.
this, you know, like all that, like it makes it easy. I let y'all have rapping because I can sing. So I just want y'all to know that.
Exactly. But hey, I feel the same way. But you gotta that part. Come on, man.
Sometimes
Come
you
on.
gotta pop out and shred.
Come
Every
on.
now and then.
Come on. Yeah. Don't tell him, man. Don't act like you didn't see that video that Waterloo did. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just a book, right? That's a book.
Talk your shit. Come on. Talk your
That's
stuff.
I'm
A little
humble.
special
I'm
stuff.
humble. But y'all know what it is, though. Y'all
It
know.
is. Come on.
I'm humble because I need to be humble.
Well, she's having fun. That's what it looks like.
That's it. I don't have
And
no
it sounds like.
I try to just do I try to do what I'm supposed to do. And you know that's funny, right? Because like I've gotten to a point.
That's what's
I think
right.
y'all don't understand when I say this, right? I know y'all understand. Like the people that know you the most, that's been around you the most, it get to a point, especially like IRL, you can't do anything spectacular. They just look at like you like, oh, you supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can make a fucking song shitty as hell. They be like, ah, you can make a song. They be like, oh, well, that's so and so. Like, hey, well, you know what she said right here? And I'm like, what the fuck, like.
Right.
But I get it,
Too much access. You know, you just that dude walking down the street. Take the trash out.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, to everybody else, you're a superstar overseas.
You just do what you do. And people
Yeah.
Ever thought that we'd be going through the shit we going through? I put your legs
And you
on the
produced the
other
whole
side
song?
and going already
I produced that whole song. I produced a lot of my stuff. You know, it's all right. Yeah, I'm finna go down the rabbit hole. So like, I come from a family of musicians. I'm ignorant, right? Like I was
Me and
real
my
young. I think I was like 12 or 13 when I realized that my granddad played guitar. I never saw him touch a guitar. That's the thing. My dad and my uncles, they always played. They played from the time they were like 5 and 6. Like they played bass, lead, and then like when they got to a certain age, my dad leaned more towards the bass and my uncle leaned more towards the lead. Like because they were playing in bands together with a lot of people. Johnny Taylor,
Let's see in this
uh,
damn chair.
not Johnny Taylor. It wasn't Johnny Taylor. It was Bobby Rush at the time.
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything about legendary blues, Bobby Rush is a legendary blues.
Legend.
When I say legendary, I mean legendary. Like you can go and Google, and he's a big thing. Like when you start talking about blues, yeah, they started with him. Like man, they were teenagers. Like you saw the Michael Jackson movie when they were in the juke joint. They're supposed to be there. That was my
Uh-huh.
like they like 12 and 13, they in adult spots like 1 o'clock in the morning and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they come from that. But
Yeah.
I knew they had other musicians around them that they, you know, older guys, but I never knew that it all started with my grandfather. My grandfather, he
Yeah.
played like that type of blues with the slides and all that shit. And if you know anything about Robert Johnson, the Crossroads, and
Robert Kraft,
you
you
know the
familiar?
Delta, all that stuff like that. Like my
Yeah.
granddaddy played back then. Like, and when I say he played, like no, he was a real blues man. Like he got
Mm-hmm.
I started getting the
Go to
stories when
soul
I
to the
got older.
devil.
When I got old enough to, you know, have those conversations. My granddad had been shot
Yeah.
before. I knew my granddad is the deacon at the church man, all this. That's all I knew until I got to a certain age.
Yeah, you didn't
My
know the
granddad drove
superhero like
women.
that.
My granddaddy got shot in the goddamn club running women, and he played the blues and all this, you know, crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
did I find out? Right. He lived one of those movies, like type of like lives, like,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so
He
like
did his day.
it runs deep like back then and it was all around really like right down the road like a couple of houses down. It was a lady, R.I.P. Miss Eileen Jackson. She would host like people that would come into town sometimes, like BB King. Like they was like right down in her house, and they would spend the night because they would be doing like some
Mm-hmm.
shows right there in my little hometown.
Wow.
I don't know if y'all what's that song? Dun, 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 dun. How players, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's his name? Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot.
Nigga used to be in love with my mama's oldest, one of my mama's oldest sisters. They used to always be right there in my hometown, always performing, playing in, little spots and
Wow.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
uh,
Oh yeah.
uh, I found out just some,
Fun
maybe
fact.
like 10 years ago, I saw a picture and, uh, uh, Morgan Freeman was actually walking on the square where I go to the gym at, and all of a sudden there was this big article. He actually grew up there and went to school, but he never talked about this. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Right.
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 I
Mhm.
always
Keep
knew
that
he
on
had a
the
connection to
hush.
the Delta. I always knew he
Mm-hmm.
had a connection to the Delta, but I never knew about this. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually met him at the University of Ole Miss when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Because he would always come there, but he never talked about
Wow.
that.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, like he was right there, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, like I'm right there where he was just walking around casually, like. So it's that
Wow.
place.
Oh
It has a
wow.
lot of history and like I was
Mm-hmm.
telling you earlier, like it wasn't
The
nothing that
field.
I always took for granted, like playing an instrument, because I thought like you just played
Mhm.
something. Because everybody played
Mhm.
something. Everybody, like all my friends, like they dads were in bands and shit. Like you know what I'm saying. I had a couple of
Mhm.
friends who like that played the keyboard as well. I started out playing the keyboard, and
Mhm.
transitioned to other instruments. But yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
just some common
Mhm.
shit. Like I was right there in that. So like again, like
You
me and
had to
Ram
do
talk
it.
about it all the time. I just thought like again, like and then I realized like, okay, this is not so like common,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
being around
Oh
guys
Yeah.
yeah.
like Jubu, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like I was telling him that
Mm-hmm.
Jubu, he's played for Beyonce, Jill Scott, Chris Brown,
Mhm.
anybody you can name, the
Mm-hmm.
Tony that uh
Yep.
uh what is it?
The
The anniversary. That's Jubu.
anniversary.
Mhm.
That's his like. That's Jubu.
Mhm.
So him and the
Yeah.
Mhm.
same guy that does my keyboards that run my board when I do shit, my
Mhm.
friend that I grew up with, they do a whole little tour together, like in the South sometimes, like a little blues run
Okay.
and shit like that.
I
But
love
this
it.
just
Mm-hmm.
see like having like I again like I just looked at it like we just play instruments, but it's really
Mm-hmm.
bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It is. Yeah.
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 I
Oh yeah.
love
It goes. It
it.
gets. It's really deep, and really, you only like 1 degree of separation from
It's one
everybody.
degree
It
of
seems.
separation, and
You
that's what I
know.
like about this platform. Like it allows you to do certain things that you never had access to before.
Right.
If we were able to reach out to as many people and connect like we are, like just from being at home, like years ago, like imagine like just what music would be and collaborations and different things, because
Mhm.
Mhm.
a lot of people don't even know about this shit and just what we're
Right.
able to do like from here, like that's something unique.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
that? By the way, I mean the fact that you're doing a lot of work right now in the metaverse. As opposed to being
You
outside. Is it
you want to
easier?
know
Is it
something?
better? Harder?
It's easier for me right now. When I was
Mm-hmm.
okay, I was living like a year ago, like closer to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy because when I was closer to Memphis, I had less things going on musically there and more in, Mississippi, like where I had to make runs to play with bands or sing with bands. Mostly sing with bands. But oh my goodness, it's so crazy. One of my homeboys, he really messed some shit up because they had like a nice thing going. And of course, I have like a couple other musicians I deal with, just just studio work and stuff like that. So that always stays. Uh, but when I moved like back on into Mississippi, that kind of stopped, and even like having to travel like to places like Atlanta to promote music or link up with people or DJs and stuff like that. I've done that, but like here, it's less motion. So to have this access is, it's a plus. It's a plus. Like,
Mhm.
it allows me to like just keep a steady pace of progress. Really, I never, you know, you know, productivity, just getting the work out there, linking up with people, being able to if it's one or two, three people that get to hear the song for the first time, like all that is a
Mhm.
That's
plus.
mission
Like
accomplished.
because you
Yeah,
wouldn't right, you wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like just sitting around like playing a video game or doing shit. So
Right.
Right.
and you got to look at it like that. You have to look at it like that. I
Yeah,
don't think
you
you should ever
do.
look at like with art. Music is art. Don't forget it. With art, the objective should never be like 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 I want to be rich and blah 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 all that other shit. It's
Right.
more like you want to share your shit. It's like when you create
Talk
Get
something, you
out.
want to share it. You want to share it.
Share with everybody.
Take
Mhm.
pride in it. Try to create the best thing that you create. Don't like short change yourself and share that shit like you know what I'm saying. It's the best thing ever created.
I
Mhm.
saw a recent clip of Jazzy Jeff, who he said artists are here to create. And when they leave here, they're supposed to get all of that shit up out of them. Use my French, but yeah, you got to get
Mm.
that all up out of you. When you leave here, you can't leave with all that up in you. Get that up out of here. Put that out
You
so the world
can't.
can
You got to give that
understand
to
who
the
you
world.
were and what you were. You know what I mean? In whatever art
Right.
form that you are in. And so that's stuck with me. And that's it's like Tupac type mission. It's time to get this stuff up out of here. We all
Man.
got stuff going on
Hmm.
in life and stuff like that. Well, all artists who create, I think they pull from a certain depth. You know what I'm saying? And it's all therapeutic for us in different all our different ways. Whether it's
You
music,
Mhm.
know,
whether it's be
w-
painting, drawing, whether it's yep,
we had a conversation with somebody earlier, me and you, that always kind of come through and support. And
yep,
you never know
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
what you're doing when you do what you do. Uh,
Yeah.
People like
right,
that just love music
yeah,
and want to come
Mhm.
through and hear you sing.
Good music. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? And
it,
just
That
want to
is so
feel
true.
a good
that's it.
vibe and and it's appreciation for what you do. So
Yep,
that little stuff like that, like you
Mhm.
gotta again, man, like that has to mean something. That's that stuff that motivates you, like when you look out and
Yes.
you see like that person, like damn, they always pop up to the spot. They always right there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
yep,
And
yep.
speaking of
they,
vibing, well, we want to catch a vibe with you performing on our stage upstairs. We can't let you
we can
leave
most
without singing
definitely,
for us
we can
one
most
time.
definitely, we can most
But
definitely
before
catch
we
a
do
vibe.
that, can you again let everybody know where they could find your music and what you
You can
have coming
most
up?
you can most definitely find the music on all platforms. Like I said, you can find me on my socials, Mike Lowry, 214 on IG. Well, actually, it's Chris B 214 on IG, and you'll see the Mike Lowry pop up. Pier 11 Gallery and Lounge on IG. Mike Lowry on Facebook. Anything from YouTube to iTunes to Spotify. You look up Chris Bell, you can
Mhm.
find a lot of my songs. I have a few of them out there actually. So yeah,
Mhm.
check that shit out. We about to probably jump into one in particular. I think they're gonna. What we talk about doing? What did you say?
Which one
What do
you
we
gonna
say?
say? Which one you
That's up to
singing,
you.
sis?
I think y'all was
Damn.
trying to pick one, so I was like, I roll with the. You know how I do. I roll with the crowd, man. I roll with the
hmm
crowd.
Well, I
Y'all
mean,
said
It's
lose it at
all
first,
Hey,
then
right.
hey,
somebody
hey,
else
Mike.
said something else.
Mike's the
lose
type
it
that'll
is good.
roll up with his
That's crazy.
guitar and just bust out a song, an acoustic
Mhm.
version of something out of, or a piano
Mhm.
accompaniment out of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me
So
get it.
Okay,
trust the
okay.
brother is not afraid of performing. How
I
long you
am
been
a
performing, by the
performer,
way?
yeah.
What age did you start getting on that stage, man? I know you had pops,
You want to know something?
always,
My mom used to
yeah.
mess with me because I always did little talent stuff. Like when you're
Mm,
young. My mom and dad were in social clubs and stuff like that. My uncle, he had like a whole little business and school stuff like that.
cousins talking about.
Uh, I uh, I think the biggest part of performing really came for me at church.
Mhm.
At church, like
That's where you got the bug.
I was real young, like standing in front like of everybody with the mic and singing. And then it got to a point to my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, she crazy. Like she was like, "You- yeah, as you think you something, just how you be walking around, and cause I'm comfortable. Like I just walk around and just be singing. And I look out, look you dead in your face, and like, and you know what I'm saying, like, and just sing, like. But she think like, but now like I'm like I get. I told Ram, I told you this
Yeah.
before. Like it's you locked in, like I'm in my element. Like I'm where I'm
Doing
supposed to
your
be.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a
Right.
microphone in my
Doing
hand.
your
Mhm.
thing.
I'm singing. Like, yeah, I'm comfortable. Don't get me wrong. We all have this. I think y'all can agree with this. You have that first little bit of
Jitters.
you might have to,
Jitters.
Still
you
do.
got to get into it. You got
Still
to
I'm
do
get
right
always
into
now.
it.
nervous.
But
I
once you
still
right, you
do.
Mm-hmm.
always
Yeah.
do. Y'all
Once
will
we
never
up
know
there,
this. We
it's
telling
over.
y'all this. Y'all will never know this. Is a little secret. Yeah, but once you get into it, like I feed off a lot of times. Like it's like as I'm giving you the song and I'm seeing you more engaged, the quieter it
Mhm.
gets. Like that fire is like brewing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's building. Like
Mhm.
like I
Right.
start heating up. Like the more I see
Yeah.
you locked in, right? That's why I was telling my homie that day.
Mhm.
Like when people talk, bro, like just start doing your thing and see what
Yep.
happens.
There it is. Yep.
Mhm.
Like for real.
Let it speak for itself. There you go. That's
Hey,
where it's at right there.
hey. Shout out for Mike Lowry for making this beat for me.
I'm sick of him.
Lose it, Mike. Lose it.
Try to teach you the game though. Layups, free throws. The Jackson and Kobe put rings on your finger. Shit, I was a great coach. Through all the bullshit you was feeling. I told you was about to lose it. Like you want me to prove it. Now you done fucked around and blew it. Ain't no need to walk around with your head down like you're innocent. Try to play me like a straight clown. Is it something that you wanna say now? Really, what you gotta say now? 24/7 every day I stay down on that bullshit, and you thinking I'ma hang around? Ain't it funny how them tables they can change? Smiling, doing your thing, and now you looking strange now. Anything she wants, anything she needs. I bought her everything, found her things and diamond rings, yeah. But it never was enough, cause she did her own thing, and I see this how the game go. Try to do the right thing, you was never on my team, now it's just you playing for. I told you was about to lose it. It's driving me crazy, baby. It's got me. Something's driving me right now. All the things that you tried, and for all the times that you lied, I just can't allow you to keep the scars on my heart. I told you was about to lose it. It's driving me crazy, baby. It's got me. Something's driving me right now. All the things that you tried, and for all the times that you lied, I just can't allow you to keep the scars on my heart, to my heart, to my heart. The scars on my heart, to my heart, to my heart. The scars on my heart, to my heart, to my heart. My heart, my heart. And you tell me why? Supposed to be my lady, but lately you've been acting shady. And baby, I got to know what is on your mind. You everything that I got, did everything that you want. Said everything's on everything, but your little bougie ass wanna lie and do shit that causes us to break up. Must have forgot who bought you all them clothes, that jewelry, them shoes, and that makeup. Really wish a nigga could get a refund, but wasting my money and time, it ain't fun, no. I can read all them signs, I know what you feel. Don't try to tell me I'm crazy or tell me I'm tripping, no. I gave you fair warning, cause baby you slipping. Don't try to act surprised about the reason why, because you know why I'm dipping. Out of all the girls in the world, now I chose you. Never thought that we'd be going through the shit we going through, yeah. I put your bags on the other side of the door and already called you and you, but you lost. I told you was about to lose it. It's driving me crazy, baby. It's got me crazy. Something's driving me right now. All the things that you tried, and for all the times that you lied, I just can't allow you to keep the scars on my heart. I told you was about to lose it. It's driving me crazy, baby. It's got me crazy. Something's driving me right now.
Hey.
My heart, my heart.
Hey, yo. Shout out to BayMrs. Shout out to the radio station, yo. Appreciate y'all for having your boy. And we out of here.
That's what's up, Mike Larry. You did your thing, homie.
Larry for coming through
Thank you.
to BayMrs Radio Hot with the double T 41 Thiva. Holla. Thank you guys so much. We got a lot of stuff coming up. November 16th, we have our Spotlight Award shows. November 30th, we also have Tunes and Tales coming up.
The musical.
And follow us right after this. Okay? We're going to Horizon for Sister for Sister. Y'all don't want to miss it. Okay? Biggs and Royals in the building. Thank y'all for coming.
What's the time on that award show that me and you in?
Wait. Did I miss something? I didn't miss it. Okay.
Nine.
Love y'all. Thank you. Hi.
On the 9th, right, develop.
Hey, yo.
Yes. Yes.
Me and Ram would be part of we will be receiving awards in the Develop Awards on the 9th.
Yes.
On the 9th.
Awards on the 9th. On the
Yeah,
9th.
me and Ram
Tune in
will
for
be
that.
receiving.
Ram and Mike Lowry.